Hey everyone, coming to you from an elevator because this is a story about elevators. I'm at a convention. I'm not at the convention in question, though. This is a story about DragonCon, and a number of my team go to DragonCon. A lot of my friends go to DragonCon. I've never been. I've heard it's cool. I didn't know. I learned actually from an email from a fellow named Scott. DragonCon is huge, but it's not at a convention center. It's like spread out between various hosting hotels. And because of this fact, the elevators get really taxed in terms of their travel demand during DragonCon. It's wild. And he was like, "Yeah, the elevators get super crowded, and the real like breakdown is when people try, as he says, they got to go up to go down. Maybe you've been in a building like this where the elevators every time they arrive, they show up, the doors open and they're already full. And you're like, well, shit, I'm on the 19th floor and I'm trying to get to the lobby and I'm never gonna so what you do is you go up to like the 30th floor because you're like, well, if I start going up, there's no one else up there. So I'll get on the elevator up top and then eventually I'll go down. Or you may have had this in the lobby where the elevators are like there's such a huge line. So you go to like the lower lobby or a parking garage. So you get in first. And then as it goes up to the lobby, you're like, hey, so too bad. I'm already in here. So that seems like good thinking, but it's the tragedy of the commons. If everyone starts doing this, not only is the real problem is the elevators don't have load bypass enabled. If the elevators are so full, and the elevator should know that, like it can sense if it's overloaded. You may have overloaded an elevator before and had it buzz and get angry at you. It shouldn't be trying to collect more hall demand. Like, just stop picking more people up. Just go to the ultimate destination, the lobby or whatever. If they don't have load bypass enabled, that's why people like suddenly are like, oh man, the doors keep cycling on different floors, but people aren't actually getting around the building. That's another problem with conferences like this. Most elevators are optimized for one direction, like, hey, everyone's upstairs, they got to go to the lobby, or people are checking in, they're going to go up to floors. Intra-floor travel, like if you're at a conference, like there's a party on this floor, but I'm going down to this floor. That's not a common use case for a bunch of inter-floor travel in a building. So the elevators run into like they're already under strain, and then people start doing this other thing to go up to go down, which means now you've got elevators making unnecessary platforming stops going up, so the cars don't go all the way up to start their down travel. And what Scott showed me, he was like, yeah, it's really neat to see they started just putting attendants and staff in the elevators and in the lobbies. He was like, yeah, it looks like they're using keys. It's kind of like an old timey elevator attendant. And I was like, yeah, they many elevators do have what's called attendant mode. I don't know if they're doing that. What they're probably doing is independent service, because much more common to see independent service in an elevator. I was like, take a look. Are they manually cycling the doors? If they are, it's probably independent service. He's like, oh yeah, I totally looked, and that's what they're doing. They were also collecting people and turning the elevators into zones of travel. So they actually were sending like they had attendants in the lobby saying, "You want to go to from 9 to 11, go to this cab. You want to go from 12 to 15, go to this cab." But they were all doing it kind of ad hoc and on the fly. It was kind of neat to see quick thinking. Good on them. In the end, though, like this is why you talk to elevator programmers and you have the dispatcher logic adjusted if necessary, or you host your giant ass conference at a convention center. One way or another, though, it's neat to see how they kind of fixed it on the fly. It's kind of like if a traffic intersection is out of control because of a big sports event, they'll just disable the traffic lights with a key and they'll have people flagging traffic manually because they can balance the cars better than the light cycle timing. Yeah, he was showing even the hall demand wasn't working in the elevators in certain floors. He was like, "Yeah, they're doing it manually. Everything is manual mode." And that was kind of neat. So thank you, Scott, for reaching out. Thank you, all of you, for reaching out when you tell me about things that are fun that you see with elevators or fire doors or air travel. I know that my interests are all over the map sometimes, but it's really cool to see your interests parallel mine and to see you reach out to me. So, yeah, I should probably turn these elevators back on and let people get where they're going in this building. In the meantime, stay safe out there. Oh, Schindler, why are you so bad?